Man, is trucking worth it? I just don't know anymore, man. Just don't know. I've worked for both of these companies. Let me tell you something about this company right here that we're looking at. These guys have to hand unload these trucks. It's thousands of boxes, hundreds or thousands of boxes on the backs of these trucks. And these guys have to hand unload these trucks piece by piece. I've done this work. This is real life work. I mean, so you can see where he's closing that door. They have to pull out a ramp. They have a hand truck. And they roll that stuff off these trucks piece by piece. You're talking about in the wintertime, it's freezing cold. In the summertime, it's scorching hot. In the rain, you gotta unload that stuff, man. I used to deliver to places like Burger King, Shoney's, all of the big fast food restaurants, Jim and Nick's, and that Jim and Nick's stuff, man. Jim and Nick's stuff is real heavy because their food, they have real food. That's one thing I can say about Jim and Nick's. All of the ingredients that will come off of these trucks, they weren't pre-made. I mean, they made everything from scratch. So of course, you know, they had those big boxes of potatoes, those big blocks of cheese. It was some real hard work. I'm not gonna lie, but I will say I did like the physicality of it because it kept me in shape. This company right here, I didn't have any issues with them. Now, I was the owner operator with this company. I didn't have any issues with them. After a while, you know, I just got tired of honestly just being on the owner operator side because of, you know, a number of reasons. So it had nothing to do with them. But I will say the percentage that they were taking after a while, this company here, after a while, the percentage they were taking started to wear on me. I'm not gonna lie. That percentage was just too high for me. But nonetheless, they're a great company. I gotta give it to them. But back to my original point. Man, us truck drivers, we bust our butts, man. Like, we really, really out here putting in that work. And I gotta honestly say, we're not compensated fairly for the work we do. It's a daily grind. Trucking consumes your life because it's not like a office job. If you have an office job, then you can go home after work and play around and watch TV, watch movies, and hang out with your friends. While it's not recommended, you can do it without a heavy repercussion, because if you fall asleep at work at our office job, you know, sitting behind a desk, then the most that's gonna happen is somebody sees you and you get reprimanded. But when you're driving these trucks, you can't play around with your sleep. When you go home, you have to rest. I have a cousin that passed away in a truck accident. He was driving Class B trucks. He wasn't a semi truck driver, but I remember the last time I spoke to him, he was telling me how tired he was because You know, he had just had a baby. He was in school. He was a mechanic, so he was in school for mechanic work. And I remember telling him, like, hey man, you know, you got to get you some rest, man. So he was burning the candle at both ends, and unfortunately he passed away because he fell asleep behind the wheel of the truck. So, you know, trucking is not something you could take lightly. You have to take it very serious. So with that being said, it consumes your life. It really, really does, because you're out here driving for 11 hours a day, and then you got to go home and get at least 6 hours of sleep, 6 to 7 hours of sleep. So you're talking about 11. You drive for 11 hours, and you're not gonna just go home and go right to sleep, you know. And by the time you get out of the truck, it's gonna take you probably a minimum of an hour because you don't just hop out of the truck and go home. There's paperwork, there's inspections and things like that you have to do when you get out of the truck for the day. So when it's all said and done, you're probably spending about 13 hours a day dealing with these trucks. So now you have 10 or 11 hours left in your whole day, and you got to sleep at least six to 8 of those hours. Then you got to eat. You know, you have to, you know, you have to live life to some degree. So do I feel like truckers are compensated well enough? No. There's a glass ceiling in trucking. Even though all of these companies will tell you you're gonna make so much money, with all of the companies I've been with, I haven't found the money. The only thing I haven't done in trucking is specialized hauling. And I don't know if the money is over there either, you know. Everything is smoke and mirrors in the trucking game. Everything. Everybody will tell you they're making great money, and you know that's only half the story. You know, as an owner operator, I made great money, but the hard part is keeping that money. That is the trick in the owner operator game. And I'm gonna tell you right now, taxes, maintenance, fuel, it's gonna be hard to hold on to that money. Really, really hard to hold on to it. So I don't know, man. Trucking is I have to be honest and say I just don't think it's worth it. It's bad for your health. Unless you're doing something like this, like live unloading. This is a bit healthier for you, because you know it's so physical. You're doing, you know, you're getting that workout in because you're touching every box that's on the back of that truck. But doing what this guy's doing, where you're just sitting down driving all day, it is not good for you. Your health will nosedive. And, you know, you look up, 10, 15 years have gone by, 20 years, you've gained weight, you know, your health it takes a toll on your health. It beats your body up. It's just not good for you. The human body is made to move. The human body is, we evolved as physical beings. And trucking, especially the long haul trucking or regional or whatever, it's rough on your health. Overall, just from what I've seen in trucking, is not worth the sacrifice. Being away from your family, for extended periods of time. Just all of the things we have to deal with out here. I would say, if you can find a more lucrative career to get into, try that before you get into trucking. I'm just being honest. Trucking is rough. Trucking is rough, man. While, some people do well in trucking. But from what I've seen, the people who do well in trucking are like husband and wife teams, people who don't have children, people who don't have a family life. If you don't have a family life and you could just go out there on the road and just stay out, then you can make a lot of money. But if you're trying to have a work-life balance, trucking ain't it. I'm just gonna be real with you. Trucking ain't it. I have yet to see a company that offers that. I will say the company I'm at now is probably the best I have seen in offering a work-life balance, but it eats up your whole life. It just does. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, man, and hopefully it can give some insight to anybody that's thinking about getting into the industry. And that's all I gotta say for now. So I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.